Good morning everyone. We are up bright and early this morning as we've got a fair bit to do again, as usual it seems to be at the moment, but hopefully things will settle down once we've got the soil sampling done. Right, I'll switch this light off just now. This is the time of morning that I like the most because I find it really peaceful. So I'll put this one on. And I quite like to take the horses out for a run at this time of morning too. So I think we might do that before we get on with getting the field sorted. But first we've got to see to the other animals. Especially our wonderful chickens here. Now I can't remember whether or not I said how much we got from their eggs the other day. I know I did put, like, within the little montage of, what's the word, it's too early in the morning, at the start of yesterday's, with the music at the start of yesterday's recording video, there was a little bit of footage showing you the sale of the eggs at the very beginning. And I think, I haven't actually worked out exactly myself, but I'm pretty sure it was over, a little bit over 80,000 we got all in. The sale price was 2,800 and something, up at the little food place, which was exceedingly good. Wow. Got a few bales there again, girlies. And then last night, and I meant to put this on at the end of yesterday's video, I know I forgot, I sold the red grapes and the white grapes, well, most of the white grapes. I don't know if you remember the white grapes, did I switch your lights off? No, of course I didn't. The white grapes, there was just over a trailer load. A trailer holds 30,000 and I think there was 31, switch this off again, 1,000 and white grapes within in the silo from yesterday's harvest. Okay, I need to wait till the trigger stops and then I can get on. Which, yeah, I know, we are going for a ride this morning. It's very nice and I want to do this before we get really busy. Look at that lovely sunny day. So, come on, switch this light off actually. I took screenshots of that, but of course I know that I did forget to put those up at the end of the video. So I think I'll put them up now. I'll just say the first two prices are for the red grapes, which I took 2 trips and sold all of them. And the last price, the third one, is the white grapes alone. So I think, and this is it was 840 odd, I think the red grapes got sold at, and the white grapes were 760 something. You can see my memory is wonderful. I don't think that price will be holding just now. We can have a quick look just in case. Oh yeah, it is 842 and 762, so the price has held overnight. So yeah, that's what we got for the grapes. And as you can see, I've left just over 1,000 litres in the silo. I didn't think it was worth going back just with that wee drop, and we still had to finish harvesting this here field, which as you can see we have now done. And I need to remember and hit the reset button in the economics tab this morning, which is something again I forgot to do in our grapes yesterday, but never mind. And then let's have a look at this one up here. To see what stage they're at. They might be at the stage that we can again try and see if we can change the... See, I'm still not convinced yet. They are. I think that's one of the first things we'll do, is just give this a bash. I'm not convinced. I'm not sure whether I've put too much on now or whether there's not enough, and that's just because I'm stupid, don't completely understand the system. So I don't know if it was 60 out of 180 or 180 over 60. When I was thinking about it, I didn't know. There's nothing sown in this field. It's okay, we can go through it. We've just ridden through our own field with no damage. So yeah. What I will think I'll do is... I don't think it'll be open yet. See, if that little place was open now, I would tie trigger up just loosely and you could stop for a bite of breakfast, but I don't think it's open this time of morning. I think it's nearer 7. Well, wait a minute, it's just 1 minute to 7. Trigger, let's have a run and see. I'm not often up here at this time of day. Oh look, it's open. Must have just probably opened about 7 then. Right. Trigger and I'll see you in a little bit, because I'm just going to tie him off to one of these pole lights here. And just loosely with the reins. And I'm just going to grab a quick coffee and a bacon roll, I think. We shall see you in a bit. Here we are, back at the horse pasture. Oops, trigger. I need to get him clean, but he's running off. I'll catch up with him in a minute and give him a brush. He didn't seem to mind me stopping for 15 minutes to have a quick coffee and a bacon roll. Give him a good brush. There we go, lad. That's better. Yeah, you're all clean now. So, for us, we need to... I think let's go and grab our little least soil sampler machine. We just grab that, which is over here. I can't remember if I said I did, once I'd finished the harvest last night, I think I did say to you actually, I gave that a wash and a bit of maintenance, and hopefully it'll be fine now. So what I need to do is, I think it's the economic part I have to reset, but we'll have a look when we get up there. So we do have some soybeans in the silo, of course, but not a great deal. I don't know what the price is for it currently either. If you have a look, 1265 actually is not bad. It's just that I don't have anything to put it in. I'm gonna have to lose something if I'm going to sell it now. Either that, I can hold on to it for a bit until I do. I need the mini map. I need to pop this open. So before I do anything, even before I soil sample, let's go and have a look at this menu. And now it's this. So this is the economic analysis, and it says I could reset it. So it's given me a value for how much I would have made from my yield, but there's no other inputs because, yeah, it is interesting. It has no cost to manure or slurry. I guess the expectation is that they are just taken from your cows, whereas I do have a bit of cost. There's a little bit of fuel and vehicle maintenance from the harvest, of course. So I'll hit the reset button, and hopefully that'll start giving me data from now on this field. And we'll get the soil sampling done. See how this field compares in soil types to the one at the top. Just trying to make sure I get as much in as I can to get as much value as I can for my money. So certainly I think we'll be liming this once we've done this part and put manure on it. Then I'll plough, cultivate, get it sown. And once it germinates we'll put, that was the other thing, wasn't it? We said we were going to get some, try to see if we can, before we did this actually I think we intended to go and put some more fertiliser on that field if it'll take it. Okay, let's just, this won't take me long to do this field, it's not, these fields are not big. And this covers quite a range when I get it fairly right. Now then, let's see if I can get this bit here and keep it in there and do this bit here. Hopefully I've got it. I don't know if there's a bit just sticking out. And then I do struggle to see on that mini map really because of the, it's mini basically. And yeah, the size up for the mini map doesn't actually show you unfortunately. But, well, we'll get used to it. Oh no, I've got to miss a corner here at that angle. I'm trying to get, just see that point there as well. I wonder if I can just get the angle right to capture. Ooh, there. Keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully that got it all. Now this machine can actually go back once I've done this as well. I don't need to keep this another day, but I'll take it back up to stores a bit later. And that, I think, is that. So we'll send the samples off for analysis. Close this up. And put it on this little trailer, ready to go. So 1,350 soil samples analysed. So that's pretty much the same as the other field. So if we look at that, what we just looked at. So there you go. I don't know, yeah, the pound is vehicle maintenance. It didn't take anything off for fuel, so but a pound for vehicle maintenance, so there we go. Oh, I don't know if I can get on this way because I get stuck on that. And then I get stuck trying to do that. Sorry, tried this once before and it was not very successful, so let me just give this a shot. And come in on the side. I think that front bit just sort of sticks up a bit too far in it because the soil sampler sits quite low, it tends to catch. Just try to straighten up a little bit better. There we go, and this goes on the top so it holds it in place. This one here actually, see if I get this one. Nope, the other one, I want the other one. Nope, that's just you, that's not the one that I want, that's the one that I want. I don't want the ones in the back of here, so, alright. We're going to get fertiliser on that top field. I have a funny feeling I've got lime in here, so I might quickly just lime the bottom field first because that's why I left a bit of lime in it. It's not too much, but bees were just doing it. And see what the cost is. There's a little buy point here. Okay. Now, where are we going to go? About here, perhaps? So, there's the data come up now. Hit the button and out it comes. You can see the colour changing on the minimap. That should probably take it up to... We didn't actually look at the soil type, did we? I did. Okay, so similar to the top, except this one, you can see this is coming down here. So we've got loamy sand, sandy loam, and a little bit of loam down in the corner there. It's all good. The other thing we need to check actually on the other map is where I'm going to have to now fertilise the grapes as well, so we'll actually do that next. In fact, let's put this onto the pH at the moment. Yep. Oh yeah, and of course the other thing is nice to have a look at and see is the pH value line application up in the top left hand side. And yeah, I've got a worker on here, but didn't tell anybody. Shh. So as you remember, the flag is where we're aiming for, the red little bar there is where we're at currently, and the big thick green bar is the application that it's putting on, which will take us to that flag, and hopefully it'll give us that perfect pH level that we're after. Switch that one off again, that way for the wee look. But yeah. That was interesting. I wonder why it stopped there. Hold on, I'm going to wait to do this last bit. No, it shouldn't have, so I'll maybe come back and do that little gap that they've left. But yep. Tis I. Tell by the squidness of the driving. It's certainly taken a lot less lime than what it's previously done. It wouldn't have been bad for lime because I don't think it was that long since it's done, but it's a bit weird. But no, it's not, it's just me, it's been stupid, but it's still quite good that it isn't going through nearly as much. So, although we lost a little bit in yield when we added this process, we've gained probably financially back almost already, you know, in just these two fields. There you go, and it stops automatically because it's done. So we will go empty out this line, change it up to some fertiliser, do that top field, do the grapes. And then we'll get a contractor up at the top field because I've pretty much just had one there to compensate for my poor driving skills. And there we go. Never going to get close enough, am I? Not tight enough. Should be enough in here to do these fields and probably the grapes in these bags anyway, so yeah. You can see the mini maps detecting one of the grape fields already. It's quite funny. So once this is all done, and this will take me a fair bit of the day, I'll either have an early day, which is a possibility, or I'll do a contract or two. We'll see where we're at once we've done this. And I'm going to hand this part over to a contractor because my driving's rubbish. But we will follow a little bit. Now let's see if it does anything. No. It's not putting anything down, so let's see, actually, let's have a look at this. So, yeah, I've gone over the target, look, the flag's to the left. So we've over-fertilised on this one. We definitely have messed it up. Okay, did I actually start putting stuff down there? Yeah, like, if I drive round this field now, yeah, you can see we're way over in bits. So when I put that second load of manure on, yeah, we went way over. And I'm not sure, so that's going to affect our yield, and that is clearly my fault. Let's go see if the grapes want any. They might tell us, no, we're fine, we don't want any. Yeah. It's not an easy thing. Let's have a look. So we're going down this one here. Is it detecting? Probably. This is a problemo. It's not really detecting here. But turn it on. See? Oh, there we go. So detecting now. I'll stay this side a little bit. It is certainly adding on. It's not detecting. Detecting. I'm not. Oh, it went over there, and it's over there. So it's because of the way this is done, obviously it's a bit hit and miss, I think, as to getting it right, because it's in essence every row is a field to some degree or other. So this one flags above the red point, so that's always a good sign. Now it's disappeared, not a good sign, because then I don't know if it's applying it at the right rate. We're just on it there, I think. I'm just kind of moving back and forth and hoping that I'm going to get it somewhat right. I may have to change how I apply fertilizer on here. I have to think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so it's just on the line, so it shouldn't be putting any out, which it's not. You can see there's nothing coming out there because it's saying it's got enough. A little bit coming out there. None, none, none. And so it's basically said, no, you've got enough nitrogen, you're not needing any more. You're all grand. So let's have a quick look. If I sort of step on here, am I getting anything? Oh yeah. So it's actually saying pH and nitrogen is perfect. So I think it's a little bit over. Nitrogen good there because we're a bit over. I think we're 180 over 160. So it's still giving me a good, perfect. So as long as we've got 160, we're doing okay. There was a red spot over here, so there it's saying, yeah, perfect, good, because I think it's a bit high there. Perfect. Bad. Did I just see bad? Did I see? Yeah, bad, but it's kind of, yeah, here. Good. It's gone between good and bad. I think it's because it's over a little bit. Before we run along this, let's have a read down. It's saying nitrogen is good here, but not perfect. So let's see if we can get it to perfect. And this time, of course, we are going up the actual drill. So this is roughly looking 140 over 160. So that's okay. Now, You will have noticed, of course, when we were looking at, you might think, oh, it's too much nitrogen. Why is that? Because too much nitrogen can be harmful to crops, as well as not enough. Both affect your yield. It almost becomes sort of toxic if there's too much. But this one's looking okay. The little red bar is below the flag, so we should be getting perfect on this once it's done. Let's swing around this tree. But it might be that we'd also have to start going up an actual row as we do on this, and the other two to try and get the machine to actually, the GPS to actually pick it up properly. Yeah. Okay. It's not yet detecting. Here we go. It's right on here, so there's nothing coming out. It's down a little bit, so it's coming out now. And yeah, a bit more. And yeah. Now that should now be looking at giving us a good yield on these. Let us have a look at, switch this off now, but I do want this, I think it's this map that I want. Oh. Can I pick up? So I'm not sure because it covers this whole area here, as you can see, but it's giving me a potential of 91%. It's probably going to be a bit more than that, because it is the field, but we won't know, sorry, wrong button, until we still got a couple of bits saying low nitrogen there, but overall I think it's coming up with nitrogen perfect. It could be a bit high in these darker spots. It's interesting. Nitrogen definitely needed there. I've over nitrogen that one. And yield, that's the previous yield, it's not the current yield. Hopefully that colour will change. Right, so that should be this part done. I do now need the manure for the bottom field to put on there before we then start getting everything sown with sunflowers. This is certainly going to make farming interesting. Nope, wrong button. Yeah, it's still got a little bit to figure out, especially maybe in the grapes due to it having a bit of difficulty picking it up, I think. Right, I think we have to go fill our manure. We will actually have to go and pick up some more manure, and I think we'll do that later today. But we are certainly going through a lot less manure than what we have done previously, so that's all good. And I will again get a contractor to do this. Just open it up. here, I think. So give us the coverage and start it up and see what happens. Yeah. And I'll jump out. And we'll have a look at this map here. Don't jump out of moving vehicles, it's not good for you. Not the yield, we're nitrogen, so yeah, I've got a little bit of green there. Oh, this is yellow. And I think that's about putting on about 100k. So pH value is perfect. Whether or not we're going to need any more for... I'm going to jump back in a minute, we can sit in a little side seat. Any more fertiliser once we've sown the sunflowers, I don't know. There we go. In the side seat, so I'll just quickly go and put this menu on again. So, yep, you can see again both the mini-map down the bottom and the nitrogen manure application up the top. It's actually probably better like that, but it's a shame I can't actually just get it to sit like that all the time. The flag and little red line showing how much it needs to bring it up to the flag, and so of course varies the application rate accordingly. I'm totally fascinated by this at the moment, and so you're getting you get to have to watch all of this so that you can see just how fascinated I am. But yeah, it's got a dark red bit, so it's quite a lot going on there. It looks like plus 60k in nitrogen per hectare is application rate 8.6 tonnes per hectare. And different crops of course will need different applications. That's how I messed up the sunflower, because I stuck another load of manure on and I shouldn't have. But I'm an umpty. And it took it because I broke it. Yeah, so after this I'll just be getting this, I'll just plough it and cultivate it as usual, and then I'll have a contractor come and sow it. Actually, I don't know, I might do it myself this time, sow it, because I want to make sure that that plant is working okay. And it's got like the markers, so I should be ridge markers, so I'll be okay. And I have been okay with that one before, so I might just sow it myself, because I think there's nothing else that I need to do today now. We're just waiting until we get this done and the next lot of our crops are ready for harvest, really. I'd look to maybe sell this soya, but that's one reason, maybe to look to see if there's another harvest contract so I can borrow somebody else's trailer, but we'll see. These wee side seats aren't as springy like the main seat, so they're not very comfy, I've got to say. But I'll take over and do the last row, I like to do that. Camera's in an interesting place. So, All going well. This one will be perfect, but we'll see. We shall see. Right. Taking over. Swap seats. Go. Okay, they ran off so fast you didn't even see them. Right, did I get that? So we've definitely gone through more, maybe a little bit more manure on this one than the last one. But still a lot less than what we'd previously gone, because I think I said to you before it took two and a bit to do both the fields before I had this precision farming on, and so it was 1 and a bit per field really, but here we are with nearly 30% left. And yeah, so definitely a lot less manure. I'm not going to clean this, there's not much point at the moment. In fact, I'll fill it up ready for the next time. And I'm going to give my tractor a quick tune up as well, and then I'm going to get on with the ploughing. But you know, we are almost out of time. I wonder if there's a big harvest contract available. Certainly not field 23, but maybe the field 28, because I could do with a larger size. Then again, if it gives me one of these trailers that is limited to what it can take, then it'd be fine for the soybeans, but less fine for our manure. I might actually look at hiring one, a big one, to just bring up and load the manure down. I came in here the wrong way, I should have reversed in through there. Reversed in through there, drive through there, that's the whole point of having these drive-throughs. But I should hopefully just put the brakes on, be able to reverse into here, okay. So she says, and then doesn't, so yeah, no, we're doing okay, I think. So a quick look at, so nitrogen levels are nice and orange. If we look at the economic analysis of this field so far, we've spent nearly £3,000 on input. As I say, that doesn't take into account the manure, but saying minus 5%. I think it's less. I think it was, yeah, higher than that. But the manure is quite cheap, as you know, and but even so, it's not bad. So total cost so far, along with what we've contracted out, fuel and vehicle maintenance, it's not too bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna just reattach that again. Don't need that. Quickly tweak this before I go and grab the plough. I think the plough should be okay. Oh, no, I don't want to wash, sorry. And okay, we'll do the weight. I forgot that was on the front, excuse me a minute. Hopefully that takes the weight out. There we go. That's what we want, what we really want. Oh no, no, it's fine doing the weight as well. Plough should be okay, but I might do the plough after we're finished. We'll soon know. If it starts to run slow, we know it's a plough. And I haven't put away the weeder very well, which is why accessing the plough is being a wee bit tricky. There we go. Don't let me forget to take the soil sampling equipment back up to stores later, right? Because I will. It'll be the first time in it, then it doesn't cost much to lease it. And of course the economics did not take that into account. The leasing costs didn't come into it, so the economics are clearly not going to be bang on 100%, but still pretty darn good, as they say. Pretty good. We're off doing one of my favourite jobs, ploughing and cultivating. I've really become to enjoy, actually. But only with this type of plough. I'm not sure. Actually, the other types of ploughs are alright as well. I particularly like this one, as you may have noticed. And it goes quite quick. A lot of the other ploughs are only like 7 miles an hour. Which is what I'm trying to see. Sorry, oh, I hit a button there. I was trying to see what I think it's kph on the dial inside. You see on the dial inside, display inside for speed. The speedometer is digital, and I was just trying to work out 10 miles an hour. Yeah, it's what, 16, 17 kph? Not bad. Of course, I could just quickly go and look at it. The store's catalogue, and that would tell me exactly. Actually, does it, or does it because I've set it to miles per hour? Well, there we go. So, I think I'm going to crack on and get this field done, and I'll see you tomorrow here on the farm. And as I say, hopefully we'll get a perfect on this field, and hopefully I'll also, if I can remember, I might take some screenshots of when you've finished to see if we do. I'll let you know. If we get a germination on this field later today, which is possible, I'll check the levels for nitrogen, etc. And if they're good or bad or different, I'll try and remember and have a look and take a screenshot for you and put it at the end of this video. If not, then as long as I've remembered to take a screenshot, you might get it in the next one. But for now, people, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back and join us again on the next episode. Bye for now, everybody.